Demon Time! Demon Time! Demon Time! I've been waiting for this game ever since I played the original Demon Turf. I think the general consensus of Demon Turf is it's alright, but to me, I always love the game because it just oozes so much style. And as a platformer, it gives you so much versatility on how to tackle certain things. And I really do mean it oozes style, because like the art style of the game just oozes like, I don't know how else to describe it, punk Paper Mario. Is that the right word for that? Alternatives, please don't kill me. And let me just give Fabras's his flowers real quick. Dude is really out here right now. Regardless how I or many others might feel on Demon Tides, I think Dude has really strung up to become another indie dev darling. Dude is working on Bubsy 4D. He's working on a Bubsy game. That's insane. And do you want to know what's even more insane? This game is amazing.
Hey, Peggy, let me talk to him one time. Hold up.
Now, full disclosure, I haven't finished the game, mainly because I wanted to get the video out during the release window of Demon Tides. Whether or not I succeed at that is whenever this video gets posted, but I have gotten really deep in the game. In fact, I'm 11 hours in. And I also received the review code. Yes, sir, it's our first review code, baby. So I really got the chance to really dive my feet into this. So let's just jump into it. Demon Tides is a step up from the original game in every way. Not only as a sequel, it builds from the original game and improves on a lot of aspects that people did have an issue with, but also it adds so much new stuff and nails a lot of it extremely well. I am shocked on how good it does it. After becoming queen, Beebs receives a message from someone who's presumably her father, and they go out to find him, and they crash. The story is a lot more fleshed out in this one than I thought. The original game just kind of has a really simple premise with some really fun and quirky dialogue. The sequel fleshes out a lot of elements in the story, focusing a lot on its world building and also just the characters itself. It's not going to be the deepest story you'll find. I don't think any 3D platformer has that deep of a story, except you, and you, and you. Alright, I get it. But it's fun, and especially during the second act of the game, it does get a lot more intriguing as you go on, but I'm not going to dive into that because that dives into spoilers, and this game just came out. Gameplay is what you're here for, though, and oh my god. You know, this is kind of something that I've been thinking about while playing this game. It feels like a lot of 3D platformers since the PS2 days really try to do their own thing in the sense of like, they don't follow the same blueprint that, let's say, Mario 64 left. Psychonauts 2, for example, one of my favorite games of all time. But a lot of the appeal of that game, outside of its amazing story, is the spectacle of the levels. You know, you're playing more to experience the game rather than just, oh, that level, oh man, that was so challenging. Not to say the game doesn't have those moments, obviously, but it's in the sense where I feel like it doesn't embrace enough of its platforming roots. And that's fine, ultimately, because it's not what the game's trying to be. But I can't lie and say that I do have that itch, you know? And that's kind of why I like Demon Turf so much. It felt like that itch I was really looking for. But the thing about Demon Turf was it was very level by level progression. It was more of a 3D world than a 64. But here's the thing with Demon Tides. It says fuck both of them and becomes Wind Waker by the platformer. Let me talk about the basic platforming before I start like going off on how cool this is. Okay, so Beebs controls extremely well. She retains most of her moves from the previous game. Beebs in general feels a lot more looser than she did in Demon Turf. Part of that could be because of the art style change, which we will get into. But I also think just in general, she feels way better than she did in Demon Turf. A lot snappier too. If you play Demon Turf a lot of the skills that you had from that game will translate really well in this game. And I really love that the design quirks in Beeve still remains in Demon Tides. Like her colors matching her moveset, which I always really love that design detail. I'm so glad it stayed in this game. The moveset in this game feels so freeing and rewarding. Like, you can do whatever you want, but you gotta have the skills to do it. It's exactly why I mentioned Psychonauts earlier. You could not pull this shit in Psychonauts, which is fine because that's not what that game's going for, but you get what I mean. Sure, you can play this game normally, but you could also spice shit up, you know? Let's keep this train rolling. Can I make that jump? Can I do this? Can I do that? Let's skip this area. That's the freedom I love about this game. It's exactly why I brought up the 64 comparisons, because in that game, you can get away with some crazy shit. And this game has the exact same appeal to me, and the game encourages this. One of my favorite things about this game is its checkpoint system. Nothing new, It was in the original game, and it's brought back for the sequel, and I loved it there and I loved it here. But I mean, come on, everyone knows this checkpoint system came from KO the Kangaroo. You're not slick, I'm on to you. The checkpoint system is very flexible where you can just place any checkpoint you want and be on your merry way. That means if you want to try a trick but you don't want to risk losing a lot of progress, you can just place the checkpoint down and keep trying. So not only it controls beautifully and reminds me a lot of the platformers I love, but also it encourages you to experiment. It encourages you to keep trying some new tactics. Keep trying that jump. You're gonna eventually make it. Just try new tactics, try new moves, change some new jumps. And most of what I mentioned is exactly why I love the original game. It's just amped up here. But the best part of this game, and the newest addition to this game, is the open world environment. Oh my god. So imagine Wind Waker mixed with Sonic Frontiers, mixed with Bowser Fury. That's essentially Demon Tides, and it's fucking awesome. Wind Waker in the way you sail to different areas, while you're a snake by the way, this is really cool. Frontiers with how easy it is to get lost and just run around the open environment. And then Bowser's Fury in a similar sense, except it has different platforming challenges in order to get the things you need. And this is where all of the puzzle pieces really starts to click, man. This is where the game really starts to get good, man. I genuinely have never had this much fun with a platformer since ever. And I know I am slobbering this game's meat throughout the entire video, and I don't apologize for that. I am genuinely so serious when I say I can't really think of that much wrong with the game. I genuinely do think it's that good. I will also take this opportunity to talk about the game's art style and music. The art style is very different from Demon Turf, and judging by the fact that Bubsy 4D is using a very similar art style, it's safe to say that this is probably going to be the art style going forward. And I do kind of get why it was changed, even though part of the reason why I love the original Demon Turf was because of its unique and really beautiful art style. And I do kind of miss how it looked, but I cannot lie. This art style is such a fucking glow up, dude. Part of the reason why it was changed was to allow deeper animation transitions. And I think it speaks for itself on whether or not that paid off. The models look so good, dude. I am genuinely shocked at how beautiful they look. The cel shaded art style genuinely makes this game stand out so well. And I'm genuinely really happy that this is the art style for Bubsy 4D as well. Some characters did get design tweaks mainly to match the aesthetic of the new game. Like Lucy, for example, just got an outfit change. And then there's Meiji, who got the most drastic change. You look a little chunky there, boy. It's also nice seeing DK join along for the ride. Not gonna lie, I completely forgot he was a character in the original game because he was in the end. But hey, now he's reformed and shit, and now he's tagging along. Oh yeah, and the music. Oh my goodness, the music.
Hey, y'all remember when that nigga Thug was like...
If you like a lot of the funk that Demon Turf had, you're going to like a lot about the soundtrack in this game because it is just as good, if not better. It's got that funk from the original game kind of mixed with more like, I want to say Caribbean style, and that's mainly due because of the setting of the game, but I fuck with it heavy. I'm just gonna play a couple tracks for you right here.
I smirk, I win. You dance, you dodge again. My enemy, my rival. How sweet is pure survival.
I bought the album specifically to show you this. I don't buy digital albums, but I wanted this in my MP3 player, so guess I'm buying one today. One thing I forgot to mention in my original recording is that there's also something that's really cool that I really like about this game, where you could just place graffiti anywhere into the levels. And that is so cool to me. It makes the game feel like it has like a massive community. Like you're playing this game alongside other people. So it's nice to see those other people playing along with you, you know? And in such a cute and fun way. I really love this. I placed my own graffiti, of course, so if you can find it, let me know. Send it to me on Blue Sky. I am not joking when I say I think everyone should play Demon Tides. If you are a massive platformer fan or just want that Wind Waker vibe, this game is for you. I have genuinely fallen in love with this game, and I am so excited for Bubsy 4D in a couple months. I already got the physical on stack, and you bet your ass I'm making a video on that game too. This game feels like a love letter to the genre that inspired the creator. It expands upon its original concept while also introducing a lot more new stuff into it. It allows its players to experiment with its content, and it's just a game that oozes style. At the time of me recording this, the game is available now. You can get it on Steam for 20 bucks right now, which I think is a fucking steal for the amount of shit that's in this game. I am 11 hours in, and there's still so much I haven't done yet. It's only on Steam currently, but it does have plans to come to Switch. Also, I've been playing this on my Legion Go S, but from what I've heard, it does run really good on the Steam Deck. This review ended up being a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to quickly end it and slap it with a 9 out of 10. Hi, I want to do a prologue real quick. I just quickly want to thank Future Friend Games and for Brass for giving me a code for this game, because I genuinely was looking forward to this game. That was genuine excitement. But I also understand that even though this is my first review code, I would have not gotten here if it wasn't for you guys. So, thank you. I don't know if more review codes are in for me in the future, but I want to do more reviews on games. Like, well, a lot more shorter reviews rather than the fucking buttload Metroid Prime 4 video I did. I say buttload, but I think it was like around 20 minutes. I don't know. I still got one more video planned before February, and then I'm going to take a very long break in March to work on a massive video. School has genuinely gotten a lot harder this month, so I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do this month. Like, I wanted to do a fall off review and a Don't Be Dumb ranking, but I just unfortunately just didn't have the times. But I am focusing on the next video, and hopefully that comes out before the end of March. Not before the end of March, before the end of February. You get what I mean. I've still got like smaller reviews planned. Like, I plan on doing a casino review, so that'll be fun. But outside of that, just expect the same old for now. And I plan on releasing one massive Expedition 33 video on April, so look forward to that. Anyways, I'll let you go. You guys have a great day.